Hello everybody, I hope you all are doing well. I'm coming to you this morning and we are going to do another unboxing. It is Dollar Box that I get. But before I do that, we're going to share our word. So, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and read. I'm going to turn this around. We're going to read our word for today, our prayer. And then I'm going to do the unboxing of the Dollar Bead Box. So this is the last box that I had for February. I got my boxes kind of late. There was some confusion in the shipping of them, but I've got them. I want to go ahead and get them out of the way. I do have a curated bead box for March, but I'm not going to do that until a couple of days from now. So but I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way so we can get this finished up and February done and over with. So I'm going to flip this around and we're going to do this. I hope you all have watched how we made these earrings. These are such fun little earrings. Crazy plant lady. I will tell you that I have a plant that is not doing well. Which I have been nursing it, really wanting it to flourish, but it's not going so well. But I'm not going to quit, and I'm not going to give up. I've been reading about it. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I have to do something about my brown thumbs. So I'm going to turn this around, and we'll get started. Okay, so let's see what our today's word is. Oh, wow. Okay. But now I urge you to keep up your courage, because not one of you will be lost. And that's Acts 27:22. And in light of the situation, this is a good word. And Father, I do pray for courage and strength for those who are in the middle of this war, Father, and I pray that no life would be lost, Lord. That is my prayer, and that peace be throughout the Middle East, United States, in any of the surrounding countries and in the Middle East, and Israel would be safe and protected. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen. So let's open this up, see what we have. Again, this is Dollar Bead Box. This is another one I really like. I'll have to get you the subscription price. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's $20, somewhere in the 20s. I don't know if it's 20 or, but I'll look it up and let you know. This is Bead Box for February 2026. These items are going to be the items underneath here. There's a couple of different, on the Dollar Bead Box, you can get just the strands, or you can get just what's in here, but I chose to get both, the strands and what's in here. And these strands will go along with the beads that are in here. So, we're going to open up the bag here that has the strands in them. There's 8 strands. And I always check off what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So they're 3mm and 4mm. So let me tell you a little bit. I love 3mm and 4mm beads. We've talked about that before. I like using them. You can do beading projects with them. I also like to use the 3 and the 4, and that's part of the reason why I got these. But I also use them sometimes when it comes to spacer beads, because they're the perfect size and I love them. And if you will notice, this is the 3mm strands, this is the 4mm strands, and if you look at them, you can tell that they are right hand in hand and they go really well together. So we have a bright orange here. This is a 3mm strand, and this is bright orange. This is alabaster sage crystal. I hope you can see that. That is very pretty. Alabaster Sage Luster. Very pretty. Then we have a crystal orange sherbet or a matte crystal orange sherbet. And I think these would be matte. That is so pretty. I like those. So this is a matte crystal orange sherbet. And I love the colors in that. Very pretty. And then the last item we have for the 3 millimeter is going to be our light peridot. And that's pretty. And these are crystals, and these are 3 millimeters. Next up, we have the 4 millimeters. We have one that's called Crystal Apple Green, and I'm going to say this is what this is. This is a 4 millimeter, and Crystal Apple Green. Those are pretty. And that's the 4 millimeter. The next 4 millimeter that we have is the matte crystal orange sherbet. So again, those will match with a 3 millimeter that we have. But these are 4 millimeter. 4 millimeter crystal, 4 millimeter matte crystal orange sherbet. Next we have, these are a evergreen, crystal evergreen here. There's a matte evergreen, but I don't think these are matte. No, these are just the evergreen, 4 millimeter evergreen strand, and they are crystal. And then the last one that we have is a crystal sage, and that is a 4 millimeter. That's pretty. Okay, so these are all 8 strands from our strand selection for February 2026. Okay, so again, this is our strands that we had. So now let's do the box here. And there's Czech glass in here as well. So that's another reason why I chose to get this box. So here are our Czech glass beads. Let me get the box out of the way. These are our Czech glass beads, and here are the strands that come in the February 2026 bead box selection. So the strands that we have a beige and green leaf. These right here, these are Czech glass. They're 6 by 12 millimeters. There's 15 pieces in this. Those are real pretty. And again, Czech glass. Next, we have rondelles, and these are light yellow. There's 25 pieces of these, and these are 3 by 5 Czech glass gem cut rondelles, and these are light yellow, and there's 25 piece. Next, we have a 6 millimeter lava red. That would be these. These are pretty. And this is it's called a Lucerna bicone. Lucerna bicones. Those have got a nice flash to them. Really pretty crystal. Lava red, there's 6 millimeter, 25 pieces of those. Next, we have, these are going to be 6 millimeter These are very pretty. Czech fire polished opaque white green luster, and that is a 20 piece set. And these are 6 millimeter Czech fire polished opaque white green luster, and there's 20 pieces in there. That is really pretty. I like those. Ooh, those would have been pretty with my the earrings I have on. Huh. Those are pretty. Next we have 4 millimeter. These are real pretty. These are 4 millimeter Czech glass melon beads, and it said melon yellow and green, and there are 30 pieces of these, and these are real pretty Czech glass. I love Czech glass. So again, the reason why I do Dollar Bead Box and the exclusive Czech glass exclusive box is because of the Czech glass. I don't have a whole lot of Czech glass, so I love this. This is a 6 millimeter Lucerna bicone shamrock, and there's 25 pieces in that. And those are the strands that came out of that, which is really pretty. And if you will look, they will be beautiful. They'll go really nice with these other strands that's in the box. Okay. Next we have a 3 millimeter. Let me get my tray out so you can see a little bit better. And again, these are the 3 millimeter dyed jade green, and there's 25 pieces of these. These would have been pretty in my earrings as well. But I'm sorry, the lighting is not real good in here today. Those are real pretty. Those are pretty. Yeah, there's a spot of light. There you go. Next up, we have, these are very pretty. Nine by 12 Czech glass tabular oval orange opal, 4 pieces. Those are pretty. This has got a real pretty stripe in it. I like those. Okay, so next we have, those are pretty. Okay. Ooh, like those. Okay, so these are 5 millimeter Czech glass daisy spacers, spring green, and there's 15 pieces of these. And those are really pretty. I like those. Again, I think they would have, all this whole set would have looked really nice with the earrings that I just put together because of the greens in them. Next up, we have these. Very sparkly. Ooh, these would have looked great in those earrings as well. But these are 7 by 8 Czech glass barrel two-tone green, 3 pieces. Lots of sparkle to them. Love it, love it, love it. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Next up is this one, and this is actually looks like a pendant. They don't really call it a pendant, but it certainly could be used as a pendant. This is a 18, ooh, it's got an AB finish on it. Can you see the pink in there on the edges? Okay, this is an 18 by 22 millimeter Czech glass rose petal. That is so pretty. Orange opal. And you only get 1 piece of these, but Wow. I may have to get on their store and see if I can get another one of those. That is absolutely beautiful. I'd like to have a couple more of those. That's beautiful. And it's drilled from the side. There's a hole in the side, so it would set this away on a pendant, and you'd string it up from the side. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's beautiful. That might be my favorite piece out of here. We'll have to see. Okay, these are the next ones up on our list. And I'm just going down the list because it makes it a little bit easier. And you'll have to forgive me because some of these bags are a little hard to open. Oh, nice. These have got a rose. Okay, nice. These are 4 by 7 millimeter Czech glass disc, peridot with rose, and there's 10 pieces, and the rose is like in the center. That is so pretty. I like that a lot. Wow. Very nice. I love Czech glass. It's a little overcast here, so you'll have to forgive the lighting. This next thing that we have, very pretty. Ace. Oh, I love that. And I think I have some more of these, so I can, I get these because a lot of times I accumulate just so that I have enough to do a really pretty piece, and I think I might have another 1 or 2 pieces like this so I can actually start putting something together. But this is a 17 by 22 millimeter Czech glass bumblebee, opaque yellow with black wash. And there's just one piece of these, but it is beautiful, and it will make a really nice, actually, spring pendant. I'll have to get some juices flowing and figure out what I'm going to do with this, but I love that. That is so pretty. And again, Czech glass bumblebee, 17 by 22 millimeter. Next, there are 17. These are 17 by 20 Czech glass sugar skulls, yellow with turquoise or green with pink, 2-piece. These would be the yellow with turquoise. So 17 by 20 millimeter Czech glass sugar skulls, yellow with turquoise. And let me just say, I'm not a huge fan, just because of me being a Christian, I think is some of it, but I'm not a huge fan of skulls. But I think the sugar skulls are really neat. I really do like those. They're kind of fun little pieces. But those are the sugar skulls. Next up, and I love this. This reminds me of what we got in the Czech Beads exclusive box. We got a couple of dragonflies, but this is a 17 millimeter Czech glass table cut dragonfly. It does remind me a lot of those. Olive opal bronze wash, and you get 1 piece of those, and I'm pretty sure I probably have maybe a few other pieces from previous. Oh, that's pretty. From previous box, but oh, I like that. That is really pretty. I like the back. I think that side better than that side. Yeah, I think I do. That is really interesting. I like it. It's pretty. Next, you get, this is our next item. It's 8 by 12 Czech glass tabular rectangle, green with travertine, 2 pieces. These are really interesting. You'll notice up here a little bit, I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer. Some of the design, the travertine is on the edges. Let's see if I can flip that over. And the travertine is more or less on the edges, which is kind of like a brownish looking tint. can see that edge. It's like a wash type deal, but that's pretty. The next thing that we have, oh, these are really cute. Grab this one. These are 12 by 16 millimeters, vintage German glass drops. Light, actually these are there's two different options that they'll send you, one or the other, and they'll do that on a lot of their beads that they send. These are actual crystal beige white. Crystal beige white. There's two pieces. Again, 12 by 16 millimeters, vintage German glass drops, crystal beige white, and there's two pieces. Now this one is pretty. I like that. Well, okay, it is like that on the back. They're real different. I'm not sure that I like that, to be honest. The front, this one, you can see this in it. They're table cut. You can see the table cut on them. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure about this. I'm just not sure that I like these. But I might make a ring. That might make a pretty ring. They're drilled, just so that you know, they're drilled from here to here, so you could mount it that way, or I guess you could mount it that away. So either this away or that away. And then our last item that we have and there are 5 of these. I kind of like these actually. I'm gonna have to figure out something with these. These are 30 millimeters. 5-point tabular resin stars, mixed earth tones, 5-piece. These are resin. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. They're not glass, so they are resin. But those are cute. I like them, so I might have to figure out what to do with these. But they're 30 millimeters. Now, that concludes the Dollar Bead Box. Again, I like it because you get Czech glass, mostly Czech glass. Occasionally they'll have things like this in here. Okay, so my favorite pieces or piece out of here, there's a couple of them. Probably my very favorite would be this one, because it's got the AB finish on it. I love the pinks that are shining through that's just so pretty. I love that. I really do like this one a lot. Almost looks like a shoehorn. Show it to you from the side. Yeah, I like it. It's very pretty. I like that one, and I love the bumblebee. That's very pretty. And I like the dragonfly. Those those are probably my favorites. But I love the strands. Like these leaves are gorgeous. Czech glass. I love the melons. And I also, in the strands, I love the orange sherbet ones. I love color. You'll find that out about me. I love my colors. So, all right. There's quite a bit that you get with this box. I like it because it does have Czech glass in it. There's not as much, and I can't remember what the price. I'm gonna have to look at the price and give you an honest look at that to see what the price is. I do like them. They have beautiful beads, just like the Czech glass exclusive from Craftica. And they have, you know, beautiful pieces. Again, I subscribe to this box, the Dollar Bead Box, and the other Czech glass, just because I don't have a lot of Czech glass. And so this is my way of kind of accumulating, and then when I build up the pieces, I can make something extraordinary, because to me that's what Czech glass is. It's not like anything else you see out there. I do love their strands that you get in the Dollar Bead Box. They have an online shop. A lot of their items, not all of them, but a lot of their items, you get so many for $1. It's been a while since I've been on there. I haven't really bought anything individually recently from them, but they have some really good prices on their items as well. And we'll go into a little more detail about the subscriptions and things like this and how you can go about getting them. Right now, I just kind of want to do an introduction. If you have questions, or if you're interested in one of the boxes that I've shown you that you don't have the information on, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to get that information to you, okay, along with a price for them. The one that, again, that I've given you, the bargain bead box, and the quantity and quality of the beads are just exceptional to me. I like these other ones. I think they're a little more than, I know they are. But I hope you enjoyed what we did with this unboxing. They are very pretty strands and Czech glass that you get, so I really like it. I really do. I think they're pretty. I love me some orange and some green, and I love the dragonflies. So it was great being with you this morning for this quick tutorial, and I hope you all enjoy it. Again, continue to pray for our country, pray for Israel, and that God just be with them and protect them and keep them safe. And I also will pray for you. I know during this time that it's you know, it's difficult not to watch the news, and sometimes when we watch the news, it can cause more anxiety and depression. So I would suggest that you might limit your intake on how much news that you take in during this period. Because I remember back 9/11 and some of the other times, it was very disheartening. There was a lot of anxiety and depression that set in. So be very careful and limit your intake and what you do with and how much you absorb of the news. Okay, so just be sparingly watching it, I guess. Be safe until we see each other again. Another project, I'm going to work on that this week and get that to you either in the middle of the week or either on Friday or Saturday of next week. And I do have one more unboxing. I may do this other unboxing since it's kind of a short, quick thing, and I can get to it pretty quick. So I might go ahead and do that, and that would be the curated box, but we'll talk about that next time. A reminder, like, share, comment, so I can keep track of you all, and also subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, we're really encouraging you to subscribe. I've announced it. I'll announce it again when we get to 100 subscribers, which we have a ways to go. But when we get to 100 subscribers, I will do a drawing for a necklace, an earring set. So keep your eyes out. If there's something that you see that I make that you like, maybe you'll have a chance to win that. So, all right, y'all. Have a great day. Love you all. Until the next time. Bye.